Have you ever looked at the weather forecast and just thought, wait, what? That's been happening a lot lately. All over the world, really. But today we're talking about Europe. You know Europe, the amazing history, the delicious food, the beautiful art, see the Eiffel Tower, eat pasta in Rome, try to figure out how to use one of those tiny coffee cups. It's supposed to be charming and, well, predictable. But lately, Europe's weather has decided to go off script. It's like it fired its agent and is just doing whatever it wants now. Okay, let's talk about heat. I like a nice warm day as much as anyone. But what's been happening in Europe lately is a whole different level of hot. We're talking about heat waves that have been given names like movie villains. Remember Cerberus and Karen? They weren't friendly three-headed dogs from mythology. They were heat domes that parked themselves over southern Europe and just refused to leave. It got so hot in places like Sicily and Sardinia that temperatures soared past 45 degrees Celsius. That's over 113 degrees Fahrenheit, people. At that point, you're not just sweating, you're basically slow cooking. Imagine your air conditioner breaking in the middle of a heat wave. This kind of extreme heat isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous, especially for the elderly, young children, and people with health problems. Train tracks were buckling, airport runways were melting. It sounds like a disaster movie, but it was real. So, you have the extreme heat on one side, but then the weather does a complete 180. It's like it can't make up its mind. After weeks of scorching sun, you get rain. But we're not talking about a gentle spring shower. We are talking about biblical-level deluges. A few years back, parts of Germany experienced this in the most devastating way. Parts of Belgium experienced this too. They got 2 months' worth of rain in just 2 days. Cars were tossed around like bath toys. Houses were torn from their foundations. Entire communities were washed away. It was a national tragedy for those countries. These events are forcing engineers and city planners across Europe to go back to the drawing board. It's like trying to pour a whole swimming pool through a kitchen funnel. So we've had the heat, we've had the floods. What's left? Oh, right, the wind. And just like everything else, the storms are getting bigger and meaner. Europe has always had winter storms, especially in the north and west. We're seeing wind speeds more typical of a hurricane, hitting places not prepared for that force. Widespread power outages followed, transport ground to a halt, and dangerous coastal flooding surged in. Take Storm Kieran. It hit Western Europe hard. Then there are stranger phenomena, medicanes, Mediterranean hurricanes that can be devastating. Storm Daniel, a medicane, caused dam collapses and catastrophic flooding in Libya. The scary part is how fast they can develop. Forecasters are improving, but rapid intensification leaves people less time to prepare. Okay, so we've seen the heat, the rain, the wind. It's a lot. And you know, a normal person would look at all this and ask why. The answer, when you boil it all down, is actually pretty simple. Our planet is getting warmer. Think of the Earth as having a giant invisible blanket around it, the atmosphere. And we're making that blanket thicker. We add gases like carbon dioxide when we burn fossil fuels, coal, oil, gas, for cars, homes, and factories. That extra energy fuels more extreme weather, like giving the weather a triple shot espresso. Everything gets more intense. Europe is warming at about twice the global average rate, so the impacts are local and dramatic. We are the ones living with those consequences. Let's dive just a little deeper into the science. I promise it won't be like your high school chemistry class. Warmer air can hold more moisture. For every 1 degree Celsius of warming, the atmosphere can hold about 7% more water vapor. It's like a bigger sponge in the sky. When that sponge gets squeezed, all that extra water comes down at once. Warmer oceans hold more heat and energy, which fuels storms and even medicanes. Storms that draw power from warm water. Warming also messes with the jet stream. When it gets wobbly, weather systems can get stuck, leading to prolonged heat or persistent rain. Think of warming as loading the dice. Events become more likely and more severe. The bottom line, Europe is on the front lines and scientists are seeing these trends clearly. Facts and figures are one thing, but what really brings this home is the people. Think about someone like Klaus, a retiree in Germany's Ahr Valley. A roaring torrent smashed through his front door at night. He and his wife scrambled to the attic as their home was destroyed below. Or Maria, a farmer in southern Spain. Her family has grown olives for generations. Prolonged heat and no rain have stressed the trees. Older trees have died, harvests are smaller, and she worries about the future. Then there are first responders like Eleni, a volunteer firefighter in a coastal Greek village, exhausted but determined. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things, neighbors passing sandbags, volunteers cleaning mud from homes. a young family forced to evacuate, a cafe owner mopping Aqua Alta. Each story is a personal reminder. It's terrifying, but it's also about resilience. People rebuilding, hugging, helping. So the big question is, what is being done about all this? Governments and the European Union are investing billions into climate adaptation. They're rethinking how they build cities and manage landscapes. In Rotterdam, they are building water plazas, sunken public squares that act as temporary reservoirs in heavy rain. Other cities create sponge city solutions, replacing concrete with parks and rain gardens that absorb water. To fight heat, they plant trees and promote cool roofs. To protect coasts, they build stronger seawalls and restore wetlands and dunes. Early warning systems, phone alerts, sirens, and communication plans help people prepare and respond faster. It's a combo of engineering and working with nature, and it's happening now across the continent. So we've talked about a lot. The crazy heat, the scary floods, the powerful storms. The first step is what we're doing right now, paying attention, learning, and talking about it. We need to keep shifting to clean energy. Solar, wind, better home efficiency, smarter travel. Millions of small choices add up. Recycling, voting, planting trees, supporting resilient infrastructure. Most of all, it's about community, looking out for each other when disaster strikes. This is our planet, the only one we have. We're all on it together. So stay alert, stay informed, and be kind to one another. That's the best forecast I can give you.